Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule impeccably well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing his truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. This is going to be a very brief video based upon this article that you see here on the screen, and it reads: Statue Smash, Shocking Moment, Man Climbs BBC Broadcasting House and Smashes Statue by the pedophile sculptor as stunned cops watch on. And as you can see from the still here in the video, you basically had this individual here who appears to be an Edomite. You know, he climbed up and he basically started destroying this statue that you see here on the screen. And what this statue is, as you can see, is a very young boy that's being held by an old Edomite man. And he sort of shows you what he's really about in his kingdom. You know, with his statues, his sculptures, the TV programs, that he broadcasts to the people. If you really want to know what Esau's about, all you have to do is really just survey the world. Alright? Survey, the vibration that is being pushed. Survey, the people who you can't speak against. Survey, the people that own, the media. Survey the people that get pushed in society. Okay? And it always leads to those that are crooked. Alright? Those that, disobey the natural order that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Makar Kudash set up in the beginning. Alright? As it says in the book of Genesis, go forth and multiply. Alright? And the only way you're going to go forth and multiply is with, a man and a woman. Okay? And that's how Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai set it up. So you had this guy start vandalizing, as they would say, taking down the statue, destroying the statue. Alright? Now it says here, this is a shocking moment. A man clambers up BBC Broadcasting House to smash statue by a pedophile sculptor. Pictures show the man attacking the statue called Prospero and Ariel by Eric Gill, which is above the entrance of the corporation's headquarters in central London. Okay, so why would you have such a statue, in such an important building in your kingdom? All right, this is because this is what they represent. And a lot of the time, they'll try and give you the excuse of, oh, these were put up, hundreds of years ago as part of the history. It's not good for us to take them down. But this is really what they represent, unto this very day. Okay. That's why you have, so many children, go missing. Okay, over here in the UK, over there in the land of America, all right, wherever Edomites are, children go missing. Okay, there's things that are happening, upon the face of the earth that people are totally unaware of. Okay, you have the whole adrenochrome, all right, where they harvest, the life force, which is the blood. Okay. And this is stuff that, the lesser luminaries, your celebrities and the elites on the left-hand side, they utilize, these things as part of their, demonic rituals. Okay? So this is of no surprise to us. And this is what, Esau pushes, man. Okay? That's why he refuses, to take down, such statues and sculptures, because this is actually what he's about. All right? Because he's a crooked and he's a vile man. Now it says here, campaigners have requested the statue be removed after it was revealed Gill sexually abused his two eldest daughters. The man wearing a Reservoir Dogs t-shirt can be seen hammering away at the statue, taking out chunks of stone. And you also had Mr. Savile, okay, who is dead now. He was from the UK, and he was a popular, fiddler, okay. He was a very popular one, and he was protected for many, many, many years. And it's only when he actually died, that's when, a whole stockload of information and documentaries and whatnot, came out, okay? Because they were protecting that man, okay? Because they hold, men like that in high esteem. Anything that's wicked in society, it gets praised and it gets worshipped. And that's how you know that we're living in the kingdom of the wicked, all right? Or you also have Aleister Crowley. He was into, the same thing, to deal with, the young ones. And, he was glorified, all right? He was, exalted by musicians, the Beatles. He actually had his face was on one of the album covers of the Beatles. I believe it was the album The Yellow Submarine, if I'm not mistaken. He had his face on there because they looked up to him. All the low-level individuals in the UK, they looked up to, that guy, Aleister Crowley, who was a bug out. He was a complete bug out, but they looked up to that man, okay? So it just shows you the low vibration that these people are on. Now, let me get a few scripture and let me close out. This is Psalms chapter 12 and verse 8, and it reads, "The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted," okay? The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And that's the time that we're living in, all right? We're living in a time where the vilest men are exalted, okay? Men with no, morals, no, good in them, pursuing to the Holy Scriptures or pursuing to knowing how to do, the right thing according to the Scriptures, because the Scriptures also tell you in Psalms, let me get it right quick, 50 and 16, that they cast the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behind them, all right? It's not something that, they're going to ever sincerely, push. All right, so this is Psalms chapter 50 and verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee?" All right, so Edomites hate the instruction and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures. All right, they hate it. It's not something that they push. It's not something that they can, sincerely and truly get into. All right, because they weren't built to represent the right-hand side. They were built to represent, the left-hand side and to be, vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. That's why also in the book of Psalms, it makes reference to the wicked as bloody men. All right, wicked and bloody men. Okay, that is the true characteristic nature, of Esau, Edom. All right, so it says, but unto the wicked, the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? That's right. These scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments have nothing to do with Esau, Edom. All right, that's why they do not rehearse, all right, perform or acknowledge, the law, statutes, and commandments that are written in the Bible. Okay, because it's nothing to do with them. All right. However, they will take, the Bible, and they'll make you swear upon the Bible in their law system, which is a complete, going off, according to the Holy Scriptures. But this shows you how wicked, that this man actually is. Now, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, and we'll close out on this. And it says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up," all right? Because remember, Esau is a proud man. So his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. All right, so the spirit, the soul of Esau, Edom, all right, of the nation of people known as the Edomites, okay, according to the Bible, who are you so-called white people, beginning with you elites, all right, your soul is not lifted up right, okay? You have a crooked spirit, all right? You have a spirit that has been programmed, to do the wrong thing. And it's been programmed to be perverse. And it's been programmed to continually tempt Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and provoke him to anger, okay? And that's why your latter judgment, pursuing to the book of Obadiah, all right, is going to be destruction through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kodash, all right? And with that, Lord willing, this brief lesson was edifying. And to the next one, Shalom.